Collective, welcome to Nadia Music Channeling. Today's song is Future. Sorry, it is Futura Free. Let me just double check. I'm back on the list. Futura Free is by Frank Ocean. Oh, he's a mess. I feel like it's symbolic. You guys get a ton of specific inside here. So we're gonna start with the general for everyone because I'm not quite sure if you guys want to sit through everything. Long story short, somebody wants to feature with you, and based on the lyrics, somebody got wronged, betrayed. They're trying to ask for guidance. This is my just go with the channel message if it makes sense, okay? Somebody wants to feature with you, male, female, all in between, straight, not straight. You get me, okay? Because that's also relevant. Not only based on the lyrics, but also the artist, okay? So we're gonna mix things in terms of this message. It becomes a little bit more neutral, more general instead of, so specific. Like I was saying, somebody wants to feature with you. You're talking with people on what to do. Basically, they feel lost. Okay, collective. A lot of them feel betrayed by you. Specifically, again, if we're gonna base it on the lyrics, if you're watching for a masculine, they're very betrayed. Feel very betrayed. How could you do this? They're talking to people they know, people they don't know, to get counseling on how to process everything that took place, okay? Because they saw the future, they saw the vision, all of a sudden it's an end. I highly feel like you're the one that made the end. We're gonna base it on the lyrics, okay? Because the people in the actual song, they were talking to others about them being betrayed, okay? Let me Google it. So, I also believe that, I'm not quite sure yet, but I think Frank Ocean was recording people's conversation or a breakup. Something about Jasmine Brooke. Somebody saying it could be Jasmine Clark. Something about the 7th grade could be relevant. Somebody saying it could be Jerome. Tuck. Ryan. Okay. Sage. Eliezer. That could be relevant. Matthew could be relevant. Lance could also be relevant. Jay. Tyler. Selena. 2009. Okay, somebody could be Japanese, somebody could be Jamaican, or they could love like Japanese culture, Jamaican culture. Okay. Somebody could be Afro-Latina, okay? I don't know why I'm tuning into this specific line here. It says they're trying to find Tupac. Don't let him find Tupac. He evaded the press. He escaped distress. Okay? That's like tuning in my head right now. And Tupac was a Gemini, so a Gemini can also be relevant. And that's basically the lyrics. These names that year, Tupac could be relevant and Gemini could be relevant. You know, you can have love for his music or what he stood for. These people here are stressing out, okay, the fact that it's an ending that you don't want to feature, and they're like, oh, what the heck, okay? And that is strictly solely based on the lyrics. You guys heard, you guys could Google the lyrics and see for yourself, okay? Then we're gonna go into the specifics. But let's pull your guys' card first. There's also a sister that have like an issue with you. I don't know if it's their sister or if it's like a sis or if it's your sister that feels some type of way about you. Maybe there's some sisterly rivalry. Like maybe this soulmate and their sister are fighting because of your guys' connection or because it ended and they're blaming your soulmate. Like, why did you let Collective go? Like, why did you treat them this way? I don't know, but sister is like, have something to say. Okay, I don't know if they're gonna be on your ass, on the soulmate's ass, but they are very vocal, okay? It could be a Sag, okay? This Temperance card for me, it's Sagittarius, okay? In terms of tarot. But I was also channeling Saggy, so that could be relevant. Somebody's like, how the fuck did you fumble that, okay? Now, Seven of Swords, no, sorry, Six of Swords, Judgment card. And we're gonna add the Seven of Swords. Somebody feels the ultimate betrayal. I don't know if they did this towards you, but somebody feels like you fucked them over so bad. There's no way they can like overcome this. They really want victory with you, but they just felt like you were shitting on this connection. They feel so judged. Okay? And if you're a Sagittarius, they feel like you're toxic as fuck. Okay? If they're a Sagittarius, they feel you're toxic. But if you're a Sag, they feel like you're even more toxic. But I'm also tuning into there could be a Sagittarius sister that's like, why did you fumble Collective? And they feel horrible because they don't feel like they did anything wrong. Okay, maybe it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, happy times all the time. But this ending is like so unexpected towards them. They're like, this ending doesn't make sense to them, Collective. Okay, for some of you guys, it could be a fire sign woman here. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All they wanted was peace with you, and you brought heartbreak and disaster. They really want to heal. They're still waiting for you to reach out to them. For some of them, they will try and reach out to you because they still don't get it, okay? But if you guys are reaching out to them, they're actually waiting for you to do so, okay? Waiting for your response, waiting for you to reach out to them. And when you do, and when they do, it's going to be fucking heartbreaking. They're going to act like everything is cool, but they're not. They're fucking hurting. They're really going through it. On top of that, people are like clowning them. Heavy on a specific sister that has a lot to say. Okay. And then the strangers, the people they know that they went to for advice, they don't know what to do. You know, they are equally as baffled about this ending. So, I don't know, maybe you escaped like Tupac, like a Gemini? Are you the Gemini that escaped? Okay. Maybe you don't want to be stressed out, but like, I don't know. Like I said, Collective, the names, all that could make sense. If it doesn't, it's fine. This is your message. They're waiting for your call. Waiting for you to reach out. I don't know if it's going to be a call, but they're waiting for you to reach out. They're also going to try to reach out to you. They're like in shambles on why this is even an ending. People are clowning them for letting you go. So that's the message. Let's just do an advice card. Long story short, Collective, they want to deal with you again. They want to be with you again. Again, I really feel like you're the one that took a final decision on this. This could be a reality. But this card came out like this. So I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you don't want this to be a reality again. And, you know, you guys have your reasons, but this is the message in terms of this specific soulmate that feels this way. If it makes sense, take it to heart, okay? Let's do a little, no, specific, you know, it's not coming out. So now we're gonna go into the specifics, okay? It's pretty lengthy. I will say though, in your defense, for those that may not resonate with the rest of the things, um, I did tune into this song on the 20th, okay, of June. I also added in some angel numbers just in case, okay? So in terms of the 20th, what's relevant based on the cards? We get the 10 of Pentacles, so I feel like they want to come with some justice. For some of them, the justice could be in relation to money. So, I don't know, justice and money, financial stability, a gift, something of this nature. Or maybe they needed to like focus more on their money, and then from their perspective, what I'm tuning into, they don't realize what the issue is. Why you guys put in a stop to this and ending to this. I'm getting the energy like you could have said something, but they really don't know the reason for this ending. Okay, somebody or a lot of them are like, what? They don't get it. Okay, I don't want to stereotype, but it really kind of sounds like you're watching for a masculine or masculine's collective. You know, it's always like something clicks in their head at the last minute of like, oh, it must have been me or something. I don't know if it was them, but again, there's a bit as to why it has taken this type of shift turn. So the reason why, like I said, I got this tune for your message is because of money. Okay, so I don't know if there was like they need to work in that, there was a financial instability, or maybe you wanted a gift, or maybe they didn't have everything settled, or maybe you made more, they made, or maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know if they got some money and now they feel like, okay, now I really don't know specifically, okay, but based on the cards, for a lot of you guys, the money seems to be the thing here, the reason why I got this tune for you guys in terms of this message. Okay? Now, on to the specifics. We got Scorpio, and to just make it easy, the artist himself, they are Scorpio. Okay? Just keep it general. So you could be watching for Scorpio there, Scorpio. So, we got this one here. They could be quite the free spirit, okay? You're them. Somebody's very like in delusional land, right? They're always like, what kiss it out, whatever will be. And this has gotten you guys into a lot of conflict. This free spirited energy, at some point you're like, fuck this shit, okay? Or this is what I'm like thinking it is. Somebody was over this free thinking, the full energy. Okay. So going back to what I said about the money thing, maybe somebody didn't know how to be financially stable or take financial responsibility, and you're like, you know what? I'm over being with this person that doesn't know how to grow up. I don't know. I'm just an example, but somebody was acting a fool. This foolish behavior caused conflict, okay? And that's the truth for you in terms of dealing with a Scorpio, or if you're a Scorpio, okay? Again, if you're Sagittarius watching, you're like, yes, that's what this shit is, okay? Let's move on. Somebody's name is Devon. So when I got this tune for the entire day, through the entire 20th, I kept on tuning into Devon. Okay, so from my understanding, Devon could be unisex, male or female, or you know. So we're gonna just pull some cards like before. So we got Six of Cups in reverse. I can just say this for a lot of you guys, if your name is Devon, or if their name is Devon, they don't want to meet, okay? They don't want to reconcile right now in this moment. They're focusing on themselves. They're doing a little bit of like self-reflection. Some of them are traveling as well. So they're not even in the country. So for you to reach out to them, or vice versa, them to reach out to you, having this name, you guys are unreachable. I don't even, you guys aren't even in the same country right now because somebody's out here traveling during this summertime. And you might trying to figure, I would say this, they could be trying to figure out where you are, you know, be on their computer and track you down or whatever. And from there, they're going to be like, oh, Collective is not in town or in the country if they have your socials. But if not, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I can't reach them because they're not in the country. So you guys can't see each other, but the energy between you and this person based on, let me just see this as well, okay? So from the first, in terms of the Scorpio, this is your card. We got this one here. So you or them need to use your discernment. You are doing so. For the next message, aka Devon, this is your little it came out like this though. Let me double check my cards. Yes, in the right space. So if your name is Devon, their name is Devon, you're deciding that you're going to do things solo, dolo, alone. Okay? I'm also, especially if you're Sagittarius. Okay? So there we go. We got Denver, which could be a name, but it could also be a state or a location in the United States of America. We're going to add cards and see what's up, okay? So there's a message from this person or from the person that's in this location. Okay, the truth of the matter is somebody is kind of over it. They're over it. They are. They are. Like, if you're going to say something, or which I doubt it's you, Collective, if they're coming in with some sort of message or statement, you're going to be like, you're done. You're over it. You still want things to be where they are. It's just an ending for now. So there's that. Whether your name is Denver, or if you live in this location, or this person, this soulmate does, you're gonna decide that it's gonna be what it is. Okay, let's go on to the next one. If your name is Jennifer, you might resonate with Denver. Somebody might come in putting in the waterworks, okay? So they might be a little bit emotional and be like, oh, I'm struggling. This is such a burden to me. We should be lovers. What the heck? Are you serious? Like, I am going cray-cray. Not in those exact words, but you understand the sentiment of this person is going to put on some sort of emotional performance of like, this is struggling. We should be lovers. Why are we not lovers? Okay. This could also be relevant for Denver in terms of a place, name, or Jennifer. Okay. Let's move on to the next. Lordy Lord. So Sri Lanka. Somebody's from this place, or I don't know, somebody traveled there, or you guys met there, I don't know, but let's pull a card as per usual. So there's somebody that's gonna come in with some sort of offer Okay, they were worried about this before, like you being very defensive about this, like putting on your armor. But they're still gonna come in with this offer, whether you like it or not. So that is for anyone that's from this country, met in this country, or is traveling to this country, Sri Lanka. Okay. Now move on to the next message. We got the backyard. Okay, something about your backyard. So I channeled this message in Swedish. Okay, trädgård. So I don't know if they're going to do something like renovate your backyard, or they're gonna stand outside of your backyard and play some music for you to like take them back or something. Kind of reminds me of like one of those like 80s movies when they drive outside the female's like house or apartment and they start playing music and confessing everything they've done, so the female can, surrender and they can live happily ever after. Somebody's gonna do this on your backyard collective, so just be aware. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody that's Swedish because I channeled that message in Swedish. Okay. There we go. This person could be Earth sign male that's doing this. They very much like, I'm gonna crash out on your backyard, so you know that we should be lovers, so they can give you clarity, so they can give you some sort of indication of like, this is meant to be. We're supposed to be successful. Take me back. So Earth sign male, Swedish or not, or somebody that is established in terms of their money, they're going to crash out on your backyard collective and they're going to confess and be like, I need to give clarity to you as my lover. We should be successful. Meanwhile, this King of Pentacles in reverse, they're toxic as hell. Okay, whether they got money, whether they are Earth sign male, they're fucking toxic. Okay. Some of them could have a huge ego in terms of, because of what they have, they thought they can just, do whatever, as in they feel like they are entitled, have the right to crash out on your backyard, and you will take them back. I don't know, collective, but that is for some of you guys. I digress. Let's move on. Okay? If you guys are Swedish, this might happen specifically on Midsummer. Okay? The solar Midsummer. Okay? Let me not confuse languages. Okay? So Midsummer could be relevant. Okay? So the next thing here is, I channeled Lawrence Tate. Okay? And he's an African American actor. I know him from the movie Love Jones. Okay? Now he's a well-established actor in Hollywood, but I just got his name. I don't know, collective. So maybe you guys love that actor, or your soulmate does, or there's some sort of similarities. I even pulled up his height, so they could be the same height, like the same things, like have the same features. Okay, I don't know, collective, but I want to say his height, but I have it in Swedish, so I don't think it would make sense. I don't have the American one, and I don't have the energy to. Lawrence Tate, okay? Look this man up. There's some sort of there's a reason in terms of this actor for you guys, okay? For those that resonate with this reading, there is somebody that's gonna come in with an offer, okay? Maybe he will come in with this offer. He's also going to be quite emotional about this. And he already sent something. Okay, this person, this soulmate already sent something. I don't know, maybe it's tickets to this actor's latest show or something, right? Or movie, film protection, something, I don't know. But there's definitely a message sent. And they are also trying to do research to become like somebody of good honor and well established. For a lot of you guys, it could be an air sign, man, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that could be relevant here. Okay. They have a really good job, this masculine as well. But the thing is, the offer they're coming in with, the one that loves this actor, it's small. We got the Ace of Cups. You guys saw the Page of Cups. Here's the Page of Pentacles. And I don't know. I feel like you might feel like it's not enough. Okay? And for some reason, I feel like they know deep down it might not be enough. Okay? But the reason why they feel like you feel like it's not enough because you're still holding on to what took place in the past. Okay, and they feel like you should just kind of let that go and stop with the conflict and the fighting and the arguments. But I don't think that will be the case. So we shall move on. Okay? We shall move on to the next. What a funny day. So the next one here is bisexual, and I added that more so. Well, it is Pride Month, so I'm not gonna, But the artist himself, he is bi, or he identified himself as bi. So for the bi people, these are your cards in terms of your person and you. Okay, so right now, this person here, they are getting clarity of what really is taking place. They're lost for words. They feel lost in life. They just feel like some of them could be overindulging. I'm getting like partying, drinking, smoking, crashing out in that sense, okay? They could be one of the people that are trying to talk to strangers on like, oh my god, collective done broke my fucking heart. My life is at Desiree. You get me, okay? You could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or you could be somebody that's very emotionally in tuned, or I quote, the only one that could actually understand them, like for who they are. You actually accepted them for who they were and are, and now that you guys are now together, or you put a stop to this relationship, they're like, their life is over. Okay, let's move on to the next message. We got Velveeta mac and cheese. Again, this could be the last thing you guys ate together. This could be your favorite meal, their favorite meal, a meal you guys always ate together. It's a message for somebody, okay? So in terms of that, these are your cards. So we got the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys could be air sign female, or they could be this person here. They feel like you low-key harsh. You're a no-nonsense bullshitter. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Capricorn, Scorpio could be relevant here as well. They really want to balance things out, collective. They want a family with you, even to such a way where it's like they're gonna take action towards you. If they're delusional, they don't care. They're coming in with some sort of like, this is a do or die type of relationship for them, and they're ready to risk it all. Okay, especially if you're harsh with them. If you are a fire sign woman, air sign woman, they're going to risk it all for you because they see a family with you. You guys could have family, or they want family with you, so they don't care if they're delusional. So there we go. Next thing here is this. Some of you guys are already aware of this. Um, and others are not. So, the last thing we have as a message, I think, is like 3 in 1, but we have psychopath. I will KILLU. We got Aaron, okay, and North Dakota, United States. So for some of you guys, I feel like you are dealing with a psychopath. Somebody say it could be Aaron, or maybe Aaron dealt with a psychopath. Somebody could be from North Dakota. You met there, you traveled there. These places are relevant, okay? Let's start with, if you deal with a psychopath, they are still like in some sort of utopian lens of this connection of like, you guys are good. Everything is fine. I'm fine, you're fine, everything is fine. Somebody is mentally unstable. Legit. Okay, an actual psychopath. This person, they, I don't know if they got karma or if they work in the justice system, or if you do, they feel like they need justice and their happiness, and to do so is to run back into your life with this delusional mindset. Now, I say they are a psychopath, so some of you guys, you need that fucking restraining order. I kid you not, okay? Let's do a little, yeah. Yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah, this psychopath is actually hurt, confused, lost, feeling like this ending feels like a fucking death to them. I'm also tuning into, you could have helped them when they were, helped them, emphasis on helped, okay, when they were suffering, okay, and that's when you were there by themselves and helped them. For some of you guys who entered into a relationship with this psychopath when they lost something, so when you ended things, it is like the hurt that they felt when they were going through it, like adding on to the breakup, has made this person spiral, okay? For some of you guys, you need a restraining order. This is not a joke, okay? I laugh a lot, but this is not one of those factors, okay? Aaron, if you're dealing with Aaron, watching for Aaron. So this Aaron here, he went on a little vacation, or Aaron just assumed that you needed a little break. It's given Ross and Rachel, when Ross was like, oh, I thought we were, broken up, but Rachel was like, we were on a break, and he went out and cheated. So this Aaron is like, well, I'm still gonna, that's still my collective is still my person. Even though we had an ending, even though we're on a pause, they're done with having this little pause, little break. So they don't see it as Rachel saw this as a pause, right? The break. This is how Aaron is viewing this ending right now. Like Rachel, as a complete pause, a break. Let me give collective some time. They will regroup. They will open the door for me again. They will settle. Yeah. This Aaron has a huge self-esteem. They couldn't know a lot of people. They couldn't even have some sort of like fame to them or their name. Or they're about to enter into a new phase where it will give them a lot of recognition. So I don't know, like I said in the beginning, maybe money for a lot of them were the factor of why things didn't work out, but this is what they're assuming. Like the money was the issue, but I feel like it's much bigger than the Ten of Pentacles. Like it's much bigger than the money. Like there are other factors, which again, I feel like all of them are like oblivious to why it ended, but some of them have this mindset, if I just have this, or if I just, amount to this, like on a money base, you will take them back. You will forgive them. Everything will be fine. I feel like a lot of them had that perception because they still don't get why you chose to leave. or ended things, collective. Okay? And that's for all of you guys. But let's move on to, I think, North Dakota. Like, I don't know if Aaron lives there or you met there, but like, just pull one card for North Dakota. So whoever is from there, this person is a water sign, a karmic water sign, okay? Or a karmic Leo, a toxic Leo, toxic water sign, a toxic male. They could be very emotionally manipulative. They're still holding on to what took place, okay? And they're not letting this go. I'm getting the energy of like, you cannot end things with them. They're the one that end things with you, collective. So from their perspective, whoever's from North Dakota, they're the one that do the breaking up. So in their mind, it's like, you guys are still together. There's still love there. And it's not over until they say it's over. Collective, these are the specifics. Thank you for stopping by. Initials, and then we're gonna do timeline. I feel like somebody's gonna find a Gemini, or a Gemini is gonna find you. Okay, collective, something of this nature. And they're very determined as well in terms of this. It feels a little bit like, I don't like, it feels weird. Okay? Like, one part of the lyric keeps on being played in my head. But we're gonna wrap things up. Let's do the timeline. Hopefully it didn't become so dark. Okay? If the timeline makes sense, take it. If not, we're gonna wrap it up. So we only got number 9. So less than 9 days, weeks, hours, months, before the 9th to after the 9th. You know the drill, okay? So, to lighten this up, 777, yes, confirmation, angels are protecting you. Angels are trying to contact you. 888, you about to get some money, okay? 333, you are protected by God, Holy Spirit, and Jesus, okay? Joshua, if you may. On that note, collective, thank you for tuning in and see you in the next reading. This one here is choice number 3 of our messages for today.